Hello, I'm Linda, and this is No Frills ASMR. I found another pretty cool looking book at the library, and this one is Graphic Design Volume 1, and it's 1890 to 1959. So I thought it could be interesting to take a look at and see. It says on here, let's see. Oh no, I thought it was going to tell us when it was published. But it seems like it just has all these interesting, graphic design pictures. So that'll be cool to look at. The history of graphic design. Contents. Oh. Is it not in English? Oh, visual history, prehistory of graphic design. Let's just see what this is. Introduction by Jans, so you say Jens, Jens Mueller. The roadside billboard advertising an event, the hotel booking app, the news magazine bought at the kiosk, the arrivals and departure boards at the airport, the traffic signs on the freeway, or even this book are but a few specific examples of the countless millions of things that have been created. Okay. Oh, Metropolis. Yeah, that was a movie. All right. Oh, look, they have it written in German. I see. English and then the German version. Let's try it. Oh no, we're in trouble because this word has 500 letters. Das Vereinstoltungsplakat am Strassenrand, die Absurd Buchung, das Nachrichtenmagazin am Kiosk. These words are huge. How do you Germans say all these words? Wow. Look, we could compare the two. So, hotel booking app, news magazine was that big word. The arrivals and departure board. Die Anzeigetafel Flughafen. Das Verkehrsschild in der Autobahn oder dieses Buch sind nur einig wenig. I don't know. What is that all about? The traffic signs on the freeway or even this book are but a few specific examples. Oh my gosh. I think I may have to work on my German. Don't let him down. All right, can I show you guys something first? Oh, this is French. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Oof, that's even harder for me. I don't know how to do French. I think I can do German better than French. Prehistory. All right, so good grief, how long before we get to Coca-Cola? Here we go. 1890 to 1899. So sort of the Nouveau period. And that brings me to, I want to show you this. It won't fit because it's way too big. It's a mystery. This is a mystery. So I was at the Goodwill store about 20 years ago, and this was there, along with another sort of Moulin Rouge type thing that I bought because they were both like $2. But that one was a print. I mean, it was obviously print. But this one I've hung on to over the years because I mean, I know a tiny bit about art, and I have looked and looked at this, and it doesn't really look like a print. Like, I mean, like a modern print. And I just don't know. And I can't tell. And if anybody knows anything, it says Moulin Rouge, and you can see it's like got little dots. See a little dots. And then there's this guy, and she's kicking her leg up. Oh my gosh, I don't have enough room to show you. And down here at the bottom, hold on, let me see if I can get it. It's written, but it's smeared a little bit. See how it's smeared? That kind of made me wonder. And then over here is Lautrec's signature. Let me show you the back. And it's on this like kind of like pressed board at some point, and this looks kind of old. But that doesn't mean anything. Oh gosh, I'm putting it down low. So there's that. So how do I know if that's like actually something interesting or just nothing? I mean, I have it in my room. I like it, so it's fine. But if it's worth $1 million, I'll sell it and go buy a house in the Caribbean. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Like, look. So, see, these are all Lautrec, right? Henry de Toulouse Lautrec. Oh, let me get a drink of water. Still with this cold. It will never go away. Let's see, 1864 to 1901. Died at the age of only 36. One of the most representative post-impressionist artists of his generation, coming from a noble family. In his short life, Lautrec created some 30 posters and 700 canvases. His work defined the image of Paris in the late 19th century, notably through his fascination with the city's bohemian nightlife and the so-called urban underclass. His 1891 poster for the Moulin Rouge has remained an iconic piece of early graphic design. Yeah, I'm sure what I have is just some print, but it's a good print, and it's definitely offset. If it were easier to show you, I would, but if anybody knows anything about prints, I don't know, some way to tell what I'm looking at. Okay, so they don't have mine here. Chocolate. Cinders, a nutmeg match, a comedy drama. Oh, look how pretty that is. That's beautiful. Alphonse Mucha. All right, we're going to have to flip through this a little quicker. Harper's Bazaar. The New York Times, look at that. It says, queer national figures, how some statesmen look at our artist. Clara Barton's old home. A museum of religions. What is this? All these guys smoking. All right, let's skip a little bit. Edison's greatest marvel, the Vitascope. And it shows like a movie. Did any of you ever see, and I have no idea what it was called or how I found it, but it was a TV show about, it was French. I had to watch it with, subtitles. And it was like the first time they were showing a movie in this theater, and then it ended up catching fire, and the theater burned, and they were like trapped in the theater or something. I forget now. It was a long time ago. What was that? Michelin. Look at the Michelin Man. There he is. All inner tubes. Michelin tires. I never even thought about it. Yeah, Michelin's French. Huh. You know that Michelin tires is where Michelin star restaurants comes from, right? I'll have to do a video about that. I'll look it up, see what we learned. Oh. Look at these. Here's like a, oh, you know what I have? I was just pulling it out the other day. This, I don't know why my father-in-law had it. Marine band made by M. Hohner, Germany. And it's an old harmonica. But, you know, I really like the box. But it makes me think of, well, something like that, I guess. So this is from 1905. I don't know. It could... My husband's family has been military. In fact, I've been doing the family tree, and as far back as I can go, every man served in the military until my husband. He did not. But like served in not just the military, but in a war, which is kind of interesting. Like every single one. I was like, wow. And I can find them all the way back to the Civil War. They were in Tennessee, but they joined up with the Union. Actually got killed going to join up with Union. I think I told that story before, but I can tell it again. It's a good story. So I saw this page, and so I grabbed some books that I have that I thought sort of like that. So this is a book that is missing its title page and everything. But I think it's from the 1890s, and it's very similar to like these. So I wondered if this Tolwyn Morris could add something to it that I don't know. Look how beautiful. Isn't that cool? Are there any other graphics in here? Nope. There's that one. And then this one, which is from Cheers of Brownie, 1896. But they show, what's funny is it says illustrated, no credit. And then they even have the names of all the illustrations, but no credit given. So I tried to, I guess there's initials here, BM. I think it says BM something. Does this one? This one, I don't see any initials on it. But there you go. Look at that. That's spooky. The lantern. Ooh. Vite flowers from... Oh, I like that. That's cool. A plant catalog. Look how beautiful. Ugh, so pretty. The man on the box. The radium dance. What is that? Dusseldorf. The automobile. And the other book I got here, let's see. This one's from the 1895. I read this whole book if you're ever curious. But we'll look for these characters because maybe they'll show up in here too. look at this. It's like starting to get into deco looking, isn't it? The Road to Oz. Today by that Liberty Bond. Wrigley's Spearmint Pepsin Gum. Okay, so this is sort of the beginning of when 1910 graphics went from being like book covers and music related things like that into, and movie signs, into being about advertising. So I think that's what they're showing here, that United Artists, Wrigley's, they started hiring graphic designers to really make their products stand out. This guy's got graphic on the bike tires instead of a timeline. Look at it, goes all the way like Chevrolet, Merrill Lynch, Coca-Cola, Bajas, Pyrex. 1915 Pyrex first beers. That's interesting. I didn't notice that early. 1910 Turkey Red cigarettes. Hungary. International hygiene. This is cool because it's international. I like this book. It's beautiful. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 1912. We have the Motor magazine, I guess. Orient Line to Australia. White Star Line. Wasn't the Titanic part of the White Star Line? I kind of think it was. Only because I remember at the end of the movie, Jack is hanging off the thing, and he says to Rose, "I'm going to write a strongly worded letter." And I thought it was the White Star Line, but I'm not sure. Zang Tum Tum. What is that? City Planning Exhibition, New York Public Library. Harmonicas. What? Look at that. Oh, hey. Hey. Look. M. Hohner, harmonicas. So 1913. That's funny. I'm glad I had that sitting here. Look at her. She's fancy. Ooh, London Opinion. Your country needs you. Boy, he looks like, almost like Uncle Sam pointing at you like that, doesn't he? P&O. Oh, there he is. I want you for the U.S. Army. So did we copy this? By we, I mean the U.S. Well, I have to say, he looks more... This guy looks kind of scary. Interesting. We need you, Coast Artillery Corps, USA. What do they say about the First World War? Was without question less technological than the Second, and was fought mostly by armies on foot or horseback. The chief means of communication were either radio or printed material, used both because of the need to explain what was happening and also because of the importance and urgency of being prepared. Apart from recruitment, government propagandists set out various types of information to justify the war, and for this, a wide range of infographics was produced, including a number of examples by the German but London-educated designer Louis Oppenheim. Oppenheim. Ooh, look at this. What is he showing? He's like a gorilla with a knife and a, I don't know. Looks like trouble. If you're hearing noise outside, I apologize. There's a lot going on in the neighborhood. So there's a lot of background. But I couldn't wait. I tried waiting. And then And I was like, this will go on all day long. So. Bomb them with war bombs. What is this? On Le Aura. That's a beautiful picture. I don't know. Way Out Brompton Road. London Transport. YWCA. Remember the girl behind the man behind the gun. Join the Air Service. Join Red Cross. All you need is a heart and $1. For liberty's sake, enlist in the Navy. This is all still World War I. Oh, look. That's interesting. Joan of Arc. 1918. When is this book from? I have this book that I just know has beautiful. This is from MCM XXIX. Who knows what year that is? Well, we know MCM is 1900, XX is 20, IX is 4, so 1924. But look at the graphic design in this thing. It's hold on. Wait a minute. I just want to update what I just said. This would be 1920 and IX is 9, so 1929 actually. Never mind. Look at see these graphics in this book. I read this book one time if you're curious. Look at this spooky man. Anyway, 1929, so we're not there yet. Okay. That's kind of, oh, here's 1929. 1920 to 1929. Look, National Geographic. The 1920s were marked, especially in Central Europe, by the parallel influences of commercially operated creative industries and artistically motivated avant-garde movements. That's what I would say this is avant-garde. If I had to, without knowing anything, put it in a box, I would say this is avant-garde. Each side had different intentions behind its drive to explore new kinds of graphic work. Photography, for example, found its way into the realm of graphics as a new means of expression. Okay. To vampire, look at that. Oh my gosh, she's biting her neck. Yikes. 1921. These Cupernatica. Modiano. It's a cigarette company, I guess. 23. Ooh, that's beautiful. Look at this. It's like a dude coming out of the water with a flashlight on its eyeball. Crooked. Maximilian Foster. Aren't these beautiful? Good grief. Look at that. So is that a photo mixed in with graphic design? Greta Garbo. Or is that a drawing? That's a drawing. Now they look at it. Oh, look, there's Metropolis. There's some photos mixed in. That's pretty cool. And right there, too, I think. Philips light bulbs. Look, it's showing like the human form and then like a robot version of that. I mean, look how modern. Look how, I don't know what to call it. Beyond modern. Like, what's the word? Like, I think if I saw these designs now, I'd be like, whoa, that's new and interesting and cool. What is this Hitler on about? Anonymous poster. One of the most frightening things to realize about fascist regimes is the way they have been able to put different means of communication to such effective use. Through simple language and iconography, followers have constantly been attracted to messages full of nationalism and economic promise. Particularly in Germany and Italy, a large number of artists worked for fascist parties, many of whom later lost their jobs after the Allied forces freed the European continent. The artists made use of innovative typographic work, illustration, and meticulous composition to produce their propaganda, from book covers to posters, and from products to advertising. Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. Fascismo. Das Reich. Look. Work. Frauengruppe. I'm not sure what that would be. That women's work kind of thing. Danzig First Deutsch. Huh. Yep. Express. Look at that for a train. Oh my gosh, how cool. Look at that. There's double mint gum. Double your pleasure. Double your fun. Atlantic Motor Oil. Bradley. I don't know what they're selling. I'm not sure. Get it. Ooh. It says, it's spring. Get a Pontiac. And it's 2 birds chirping. Ooh, yours to enjoy, Pabst. That's how long Pabst has been around. Wow. What year is this? What year are we in? 1930s. Interesting. There's a bar near here that has Pabst. And sometimes it's the big can, I feel like, and it's $2 a night. It's such a deal. It's fine beer. Cheap beer is cheap beer. Motor annual show number January 1934. $1. Wow, I love it. Look at that. That's a cool hat. Clark Gable, Claudette Colbert. Look at this yummy, comfy glove. Did I mention how large this book is? That's how big my hand is. It's huge. It's a huge book. Museum. I don't know. Something technical. Penguin Books. Australia Surf Club. What are all these? Look at these little logos they made out of letters that look like animals. That's so cute. Maxfield Bush in 1936. I love this kitty cat one. I want to make my name like a kitty cat like that. I might have to copy that somehow. Somebody make my name like that. Send it to me. It's so cute. I'm giving you jobs. Come on, get to work. Olympic Games, Germany, Berlin, 1936. 1936. Germany. So this is the one that, oh gosh, what's his name? The runner went to. There's a whole story with that, yeah. Right before the war. But the Nazis were in power, and they tried to make it look like it was all perfect and clean and wonderful for everybody who was coming in the village area. At the time, Berlin won the bid to host the Summer Olympics of 1936. The Nazi takeover of power in Germany was well underway. The country's new leaders gladly appropriated the games, using them for what is still seen today as a sinister example of the power of state propaganda. For the first time in the history of the event, the organizers of the Olympiad attached supreme importance to the design of various kinds of printed matter it required. Its designers at the time did not set out to create what we would now regard as a consistent visual identity. All the same, in this case, nothing was left to chance. For the design of the tickets, programs, and other paperwork, designers were purposely chosen who would stick to party lines and thereby contribute to projecting an astonishingly homogeneous overall image. Wow. So I guess these are some of the images from that Olympics. And I guess these are the tickets. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now here's some Asian stuff. We haven't really seen that before. Ooh, 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 look at that, Japan. I tell you, these railways, they always do the coolest imagery with railroads. Wow, these are all really cool. What is happening here? I love this. Look at that one. Wow. It's the Italian Olympics. Beer. Saturday Evening Post. This book's very long. I don't think we can. Oh, look. Here's that sign that became sort of ubiquitous for a while there. It says, keep calm and carry on. I mean, I feel like it was because I sell on Etsy. And I don't know what happened, but for a minute there, it was all over Etsy. It was on pillows, it was on pins, it was on jewelry, it was on t-shirts. They had posters. It was everywhere for a while. I remember the first time I saw it, I was at my girlfriend's house. And she had put up a poster of this, and I was like, wow, that's cool. I've never seen that before. And then, like, after that, it was, I saw it everywhere. Nippon. Vogue magazine. Oh, yeah. 1949, Casablanca. What is this one, you guys? Oh my god, can I get this close enough for you to see it? Look, it's a plane, an airplane, and there's a skeleton on top of it, like smashing it. And it says, Der Fiend Seitdien, like, I don't know, Verdunkeln. Somebody tell me. I think, I know one of my commenters from Germany. Okay, my guess is it says the fiend is seeing the light. No, is dying. How do you say it? Verdunkeln. I don't know. 1941. Ooh, look, sepsis. Get first aid, and they show it going to the vein to the heart. Yeah, you gotta really watch out for that. If you ever get like a bee sting or something and you start seeing a line, get yourself to a urgent care ASAP or emergency room or whatever, because that is going to your heart. Oh, look, Rosie the Riveter. So this is the beginning of war times. Pull them over, more production. Yeah, this is a big time for... Oh, there's Lucky Strike. I don't think they've ever changed their logo. By the beginning of the 1940s, the outbreak of the Second World War had plunged all the great international powers into armed conflict. As in the First World War, governments committed carefully targeted funds to communication design in order to inform people and prepare them for the privations of war. Special departments were set up and posters and other printed material were produced under government and military control. In the United States and Great Britain in particular, leading graphic designers such as Lester Beale and F.H.K. Henrion joined in the war against fascism, and alongside numerous run-of-the-mill pieces of propaganda, they created a whole range of distinguished works which drew upon the history of the period and the history of design to extraordinarily impressive effect. Howard Miller, 1942. That's a good one. 1942, Anonymous. Why Anonymous? Keep them rolling. America Calling, Civilian Defense. Victory, Help Forge the Victory. The V for Help Forge the V for Victory. Okay. United We Stand. U.S. needs U.S. strong. Eat nutritional food. Oh my goodness. These are record album covers. I had a really cool one I was going to show you, but I think I sold it. Also, maybe to Mrs. Marvel. I mean, Mrs. Maisel. Don't be a sucker. Keep your mouth shut. Oh, wow. Site security. X-ray photo of Hitler's brain, and it says swastika, swastika, insane. It says insane, we are the superior race, but it's saying that's insane. 1942 BF Long UK postcard. What are we seeing here? We see a Nazi, we see a swastika, we see liberty like going into the dumpster. We see a skeleton and a hammer and a hangman's noose and a gun and a globe and Nazi powder keg. And I think that's a pig. Whoa. Food is a weapon. Don't waste it. Buy wisely, cook carefully, eat it all. Japan. Alright, let's see. What is that one? Hold on. Oops. Koopa. Look how beautiful. Covering her butt up with. Okay. Black market. Don't feed black market greed. Oops. Oh, here's 17 magazine. Must be the beginning. I think I have this one. 1949. I might. 1959. All right, I have something from the 50s I can show you. I'm wondering if it'll be in here somewhere. Let me grab it. I think it's from the 50s. It could be from the 60s. It's going to be too big, so I'll have to sneak it in. But it says high voltage. And then it's got this guy. And he is a, electric plug. And it says, Willie Wirehand says, safety first. Oops. So, that's my little guy. I think I'm going to hang that in my kitchen. ones like that. There's a CBS logo. You know, did you guys watch that movie September 5th? I think it was CBS. I don't remember, but I just watched it. It's good. You guys should watch it. It's a good movie. I thought it was interesting. Oh, there's Barilla pasta. Barilla? I don't know. I don't know how you say it. Where's Willy Wire Hands? You're not in here. Nissan laundry soap. Like, Nissan. Curry more hash. What? Cat on a hot tin roof. Tennessee Williams. Ooh. Mambo for cats. Jim Flora record cover. What? I gotta find this. This is cool. I'll frame it. Look at this tire ad with the elephant. That's really cool. Ooh, I like that. The Lady Killers. Alec Guinness. Look at these images. They're cool, man. Rock Around the Clock. Bill Haley and the Comets. So we're in 1955 now. Yeah, I like this album. Jim Flora. Never heard of it. Anatomy of a Murder. Jimmy Stewart. Vertigo. Saul Bass did all these. Wait, who did this one with the kitty cats? Oh, I'm thinking Jim Flora is the name of the record album. Like, who did the album? Jim Flora is the artist. Durr. This is a record album called Mambo for Cats. Jim Flora. Okay, I'm going to look that up. I got to mark this page. Hold on. Put that in there. Okay. Nikon. For Freshmen. Wait, is that Godzilla? Nope, I don't know who that is. The Jazz Story, Steve Allen. Like Coca-Cola. These are just cool, man. When I saw how low the price was, I thought I'd die. Orbox. Look, New York, TWA. Wow. Look at that. I mean, that's awesome. Norway has skis for the N. Australia has a little koala bear inside of a kangaroo pocket. Vertigo. It is interesting going through it this way. You can see how you go. There's like from one design to the next, you know. This reminds me of Severance. Their S, it goes and it breaks apart like it's severed. But that's kind of like that. Supersonic guitars. What? I wonder what that